Good morning and welcome back to Hippie Bliss Travel. Today we're heading out to the Ape Caves at Mt St Helens. The Ape Cave was formed about 2,000 years ago from lava streaming down the southern flank of Mt St Helens. As the outer edge cooled, it hardened, and the inner lava was able to flow. And as the lava stopped and it finished draining, the outer shell had hardened and left it behind a tube, basically. And the cave was discovered by a logger in 1947, and it was first explored by a Boy Scout troop in 1950 or the early 1950s. Ape Cave was named by the Boy Scout troop after their sponsors, the Mount St. Helen Apes, which is was made up of local foresters and stuff. And we left early because it's a roughly a well, Google said it was gonna be like a 2.5 hour drive from our house. To get here, we went north on I-5 into Washington, and then we turned. We're on the south side of Mount St. Helens, so we went through the town of Cougar, and this is just some of the roads east of I-5 that we're driving on. But to go to the Ape Caves, and this has been something we've wanted to do for a couple years, but it's only open mid-May through the end of October, and just the timing didn't work out till this year. So you have to reserve a spot in the parking lot. And to do that, you go to recreation.gov and reserve your time. And if I remember right, I think it was a $7 fee. There's just a couple dollars. It was under $10 to reserve your time. I went back and looked, and it was $2 to reserve your time spot at recreation.gov. And then it was a $5 day parking pass, so it was $7 total for the day. And we didn't know how long we were going to be there, and it didn't say, the parking lot spot was only good for this amount of time. I think they were just kind of pacing how many cars they let in. And there isn't a whole lot of parking, and you'll see in the video that some of the parking spots are blocked off with orange cones, because if you go and look, we went and looked, you see some dips forming in the parking lot. So yeah, we took one of the first times of the day. I think it was 9 a.m. if I remember right, but we took one of the early spots. And Google will say, "Oh, it's going to take you about 2.5 hours to get there." So we said, "Oh, we'll leave by 6:30. We'll get there just before 9." And what we didn't realize, it was the first day of school for most kids in the area. So it didn't take us 2.5 hours to get there. We got there much earlier. And as we were driving, we're like, we didn't know if there was somebody like at the gate that says, that they were checking your times, or, we could get there early or not. We found a beautiful spot. We stopped and had a snack before we headed in. Yeah, we stopped it because it had a beautiful scenic view here. But this is Swift Reservoir. And then as we were looking, we noticed that they had a boat dock here, but look how low that water level is. Not sure what these were on the trees, but they were all over. Now, once you get into the caves, uh, it's going to be like a constant, what do they say, 42 degrees in there. And as you're walking down the stairs, you do feel the temperature drop. So you do want to carry a light jacket or something that's going to keep you warm. Yeah, we went and checked out some of these parking spots that they had blocked off with cones. And they're a little concave down, so it looks like there may be some sinking going on here in the parking lot. Don't know if this is directly over one of the lava tubes or not. Yeah, but That little building off to the right there, yeah, that one's the restrooms there. That's not the one I'm talking about, but off to the right there was it's like a ranger station. You can go buy some souvenirs and you pay for your day parking pass.
Volcano Viewpoint Trail.
Oh, what, 1 mile it looks like?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I see the one, that's why I
But
was.
that doesn't necessarily mean that's just a starting point. I mean, it could just be a starting point, too.
Very true.
So where are we? I think.
Yeah.
No, because there's Ape Caves. Trail of Two Forests. We're right here.
Okay. Yeah, there's so much more to come see.
Oh, yeah, but you could spend weeks up here just fucking hiking trails.
Yeah.
Get all sorts of lost in the woods.
All right.
Because the last time we came up in this area, we were up over on this side somewhere.
Yeah, we went to the, where's that, the observatory. I don't know where that's at. Yeah, but I think we were up here on this side.
It makes me wonder if we were to come up here, and I mean, I'm sure this is a fucking long-ass hike to get from here up to there, but how bad this really would be, because climbing permits required.
Yeah.
How rough it would be to hike to the summit.
Well, maybe in a few weeks or something we can come if we have a Tuesday off to come in the morning and just do like a viewpoint and maybe do Ape Canyon, see what,
Sure.
you know. Windy Ridge.
Oh yeah, because see, here's where we turned off, and we just came up to here. Like, this road goes a long way up here to the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Up there to Ape Canyon and Lava Canyon, it goes up a long way.
There's Cougar. Mount Rainier.
Makes me wonder how long, like if we were to bring both cars and park one here and park one here, and then drive up here and do the loop and then go back and get the other car.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder how long that loop is.
You got a little, yeah.
Because I mean, that says if that's the scale is 2 miles, this could be 7 or 8 miles in a loop.
Ooh, there's his brochure map. See if there's anything in there.
No.
No. Okay.
But I'm just saying that, like that could be, that'd be a fun hike to do, but that feels like there could be 8 to 10 miles.
Yeah. All right. Well, shall we get going?
Sure.
Yeah, on the left is that ranger station I was telling you about. But they also have big like spotlight flashlights. I think you can rent if you didn't bring adequate light. And on the website, it does say to bring 2 to 3 light sources, and it says your cell phone is not going to be a bright enough light. A couple days before this, we went down to I don't know if it was Cabela's, one Outdoor Sportsman, one of those big warehouse places, and we were looking at headlamps because we couldn't find ours. And we were laughing. Oh, we don't need no 1500 lumen light for our headlamps. So we got the 750 lumens. We should have bought the 1500 lumens because, yeah, they were good enough for us as we were walking, but you really couldn't see. And unfortunately, the video didn't turn out well. I used some of the better shots. We did have a flashlight as a backup because it is pitch dark down there. If you're down there and your light source goes out, you're screwed. You got to wait for somebody somebody else walking, catch up and walk out with them. Once you get inside, there is an upper cave and a lower cave. The lower cave is, I think that's the easier one that we did. Yeah, the lower cave is like a quarter of, or almost three quarters of a mile one way. You kind of hike out, you turn around, and you come back in. It's the easier one. It takes about an hour to complete end to end. And then the upper cave is a mile and a half one way. It's more challenging. It's a rougher terrain. I guess they keep saying there's like an 8-foot lava fall. You got to scale down. You use a rope to help. And then you climb up the other end, and then you got a mile and a half walk back on the trail system. Haven't done that one yet. This is our first time out there. We may have to work our way up to the more harder one.
The upper passage. Sturdy shoes and good balance are important since you will climb over large rock piles and scale an 8-foot tall lava fall. And the challenging upper passage allow approximately 2.5 hours to explore the 1.25 miles of upper passage in Ape Cave and return above ground via the trail from the upper entrance, which I'm guessing is down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Mud flow deposits cover the floor through most of the lower passage, approximately 3/4 mile long. Allow an hour and a quarter to complete a round trip. To explore the lower section of the cave, continue walking straight ahead from the bottom of the metal stairs that descend into the cave, right there.
Do you want to try the upper? Or?
Ooh, I might be in trouble.
What? Yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't think about that.
I didn't realize that we were talking about an ice cave. I figured it'd be like 65, 68 degrees.
Yep. Well, let's start with the lower one and see how we do. Especially if it's too cold, I don't want to be down there 2 hours with you.
No, that's fine.
We can always come back and do the bigger one.
We can always come back and do it again.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend like that's not an option.
In the dark, okay.
But if that's the case, I think we're to the point where you're going to want to.
Oh, the headlamps.
Headlamps now.
I thought I just tossed them in.
They're in one of the little side pockets.
Oh.
They're not in the body. No, I mean they're in the main body, but they're in the little side pocket in there somewhere. Yeah, that's contemplate jackets. You see how bad it is?
Oh wow, I do see why you need your own light.
Well, I'm glad I grabbed the poles.
Yeah. Woohoo. So I was like,
Oh, wow. Wow.
it's kind of eerie here. I'm I'm like, do I need my coat on yet, or?
Tilt the headlight down here so it points to the ground very well. Oops, that.
It's going to be weird on the video how dark it is. We just get the little bits of, yeah, I see the,
About to go down some stairs, ain't you? Oh, wow.
give me a minute, yeah.
No, I mean, as you go down, you'll feel the temperature drop.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, I'm glad I brought the coat. Okay, so that's,
Cave is the other way.
yeah. I almost want to take the flashlight out and kind of light it up to see what's ahead of us, just to get a good view.
Oh, you can see it. Turn your headlight towards you, you can see it.
But I meant for the video, if I don't know if this is enough light for...
Oh, no, maybe not.
Hang on a second, let me grab the flashlight. I did put a flashlight in there too.
And you don't want to use it. You know, keep in mind that's really kind of a backup supply.
I know, I just want to get a good feel for... Okay, now once we got down here, it's... Yeah, it's chilly, but it's not...
It might get worse out towards the end of the cave, but right now it doesn't feel like that.
I mean, the pictures on the website show, like, 10-year-olds just walking through here. Oh,
You get one more inch from the front.
at least to help see us help you get down.
No, I'm fine.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow. When you get down to the bottom, look at the blue.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we didn't realize how bad our little 750 lumens were. These were just taken with my iPhone with the flash on. Most of it was these really high ceilings. There was a small stretch where it dropped down to, like 8 feet. You got a little claustrophobic. But we saw one bat in the lava tubes. They don't want you to really touch the side with contamination from your fingers and some of the slime. You felt a little drip on your head now and then. And then it was eerie. You felt like you were the only people in the world at some of these points, but then you were kind of excited when you could see flashlights coming around the corner. You're like, ooh, there's other human beings in here with us. Easiest way to get
The direction you're going. It's a big step right there, and then it gets easier. No, don't do that. You're getting footstuck. Just take the step all the way down.
Alright. Very good call on bringing the sticks with.
I wanted something in case we ran into shit like this, that it could have something to help stabilize it. This is the easy side.
That's what I was thinking.
Pass on the other side for now.
Until we get better.
Get more in shape. Get more better. Shoulder.
Well, I just want to see what this is. There goes the bat again.
If you get to the end, turn the lights off. I'm telling you, don't put the flashlight where you use the headlamp. That is literally our backup supply.
Okay.
In case the headlamp's still there, that's what's going to get us out of this day. Let's see if it's better this way. I'm not really sure. It seems less steep. Fuck, is it dark in here? Holy shit.
There we go. I got some.
Wow. Like we're caving into this cave. We're headed in approximately the right direction for that to be true.
Oh, and this one's just as easy walking 3/4 mile to end.
To end. So it's 1.5 miles to go that way. With a bit more challenge, with a fair amount, apparently more challenge. And a ladder at the end that climbs and pops you up.
I'm just going to go down to the entrance. I'm not going down.
Oh, we can walk down a little bit. Let's see how bad it really looks. But it makes me wonder where the air is getting out at the other end. I mean, it doesn't look bad here, but you know, you've already said that there's an 8-foot wall we have to scale at some point.
Not today. Maybe come more prepared.
Next summer, when we're in a little better shape, a little better prepared.
Yeah.
Wearing jackets.
Knee pads. Maybe long pants to scale that 8-foot.
Fair amount of effort that went into putting the staircase here. I can't imagine how tough it would have been to carry this shit in here and drop it down here the stairs.
Well, they were showing pictures, and people were using ladders, wooden ladders, to get up and down.
Right. Oh man, feel the heat when you get up here.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Feel that?
Yeah. It's like 15.
And not my glasses are totally fogged up.
Hang on, I'm gonna. Yeah, that was those steps that we just went on, or just came up, and there was an 15 to 20 degrees difference from the bottom of the steps up to the top. And that's the entrance exit. And yeah, very interesting. It was kind of cool with the low light because it kind of gave you the creepy vibe, but wish I had better lighting. And then afterwards, we thought, well, we went to the car, got something to drink, rested for a few minutes, and then we did the hike up to the viewpoint. And we weren't sure if it one, we didn't know if it meant 1 mile, one. We just started hiking. Yeah, so it was going to be like a mid 80-degree day this day. It's one of the reasons we kind of went early too, because we knew it would be warm. And it was probably upper 70s, low 80s at this point. So yeah, we stopped and took a lot of breaks. But yeah, I'm also showing you the trail because, well, there's a reason when we get to the top, I'll show you. But relatively, this was a pretty easy walk, other than being warm. And, we're semi out of shape. We're working on getting more into shape, and we're both mid to late 50s, so just that we can hike at all, we're pretty impressed with that.
Yeah, but the ferns that are here tell me if it's a trail, it hasn't been a trail for a long time.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like 1800s, early 1900s, logging.
Oh, for sure, this was probably a logging path because there's no trees in it, it's just fern.
Uh-huh. Uh.
Looking at the tree line, we're getting pretty close.
Yeah. Almost looked like those were stairs at one point.
Where?
The rocks in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Just a matter of time before you hike up here and some of these trees are laying flat down here in this little meadow.
Yeah.
Especially when they look like right over here where those cracks in the wall are kind of lower.
Uh-huh.
When that shit breaks loose, that whole fucking section of the wall's coming down.
Yep.
And at least 3 trees will come down with it. How about that?
All right.
Hope that you're not, under it when it happens.
We just kept plugging away on our trail, and we actually would get out Google and say, okay, we're the viewpoint, okay, we're actually getting there. And it was less than a half hour, probably 25 minutes or so it took us to get up here. And we made it to the viewpoint. I'm gonna slide on this side of you.
Yeah.
I got a tree branch in my way.
Yeah, step over where you're going to go to get a good shot. I mean, this one tree right here, I wish they'd come out and chop that one down. Just that one.
Yeah.
Just to open up the view.
Here's our view of Mt St Helens. It's where the lava tubes come from that we just hiked. Legit, what, 20, 30 minutes to get up here?
Oh, yeah. Power climb. 30
Yeah.
minutes, 30 minutes, pretty much all uphill.
So that means we're going downhill on the way back.
You know, probably a 3/4 mile trail with what I would estimate is around 700 feet in elevation gain in the process.
We've been to the observation center, which is on the other side of the mountain.
On the opposite side of the hill.
But this is the first time we've been to the south side of the mountain. Like
No, it's wide enough to be a road. That's a road.
Yeah, we took the trail up here. We're at the viewpoint. Turned around behind us. There's a road.
There's a road. Or you could pull over on the side of the road and walk like 20 yards and see the same view that we just spent half an hour hopping up this giant hill to get to.
And if you look between the trees, the road goes that way. So when we left the parking lot, we hiked back down. We were leaving the parking lot. We turned right. My husband's like, "Oh, we turned right." We turned right, and then as soon as we saw a dead end sign, we're like, "Oh man, we turned the wrong way." So we were looking for a spot to turn around. And then it was, "Oh, I wonder if we drove up far enough, if we could, where that viewpoint was, see if the road goes by that viewpoint, make sure we were looking at the correct road." So we're heading down up here, and it was only a couple miles we went. Now, we did look on Google Maps. This went way deep into the woods. But yeah, you park here, and that viewpoint's about 20 yards down the road. We got back to Oregon. We're on Hayden Island, and this is one of our favorite spots to eat. Island Cafe. It's on Hayden Island. It's right the first exit when you're coming in on I-5 from Washington State. It's the last exit when you're leaving Oregon heading to Washington State. And you might as well be a Jimmy Buffett fan. They play a lot of Jimmy Buffett music. You think Key West. We discovered it last year. We had my brother's boat moored out here, not at this marina, but on Hayden Island. And we discovered this one day, and every time we were in the area, we're like, let's go to Island Cafe. I don't think we had any alcohol this time, but we've had alcohol here. You can sit out, some indoor seating, outdoor seating. Outdoor seating always fills up first. You can drive up with your boat and moor it and hop on in, have some lunch, and then take off. And the worst part is going back up that ramp to the parking lot after we're done eating. Thank you for watching Hippie Bliss Travel. If you made it to the end, give us a like and a subscribe, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.